It's an honor for me to actually be able to lead this organization that provides so many vital supports for our community. It's like a calling for me. You know, I have to do this work. I have to give back. I have to make sure and to do all in my capability to make sure children are safe. One of the main reasons has to do with the fact that we really are about families. We really are about supporting families. We want parents to know and understand that they really do know what's best for their child. And at the Children's Center, we help them along that path of discovery. We help them along the path of coming up with the plan that they know will work for their families. So they come in with a problem, and we don't want to focus on that problem. We want to focus on the strength that we know they have in their family despite what's going on. We want to focus on that and help them arrive at the plan. So we're guiding them. We're not coming up with the prescribed, plan number 102 works for your case. No, every single plan is different and based on what the needs of that family are and what that child is dealing with. That really does make us unique in this community. The best thing about this job is the fact that despite the resources, I can always go out in that lobby, see some beautiful faced little girl or boy, and know that this day of their life, we're doing something special. We're making a difference. My hope and my prayer for the children of Detroit is that we have responsible adults who will embrace them where they are. We know with some children that they've already been traumatized, and we need to embrace them. We need to help to heal them. And we need to give families what they need to be successful. It should be guaranteed that as they grow up in this country, the best country in the world, that they are going to be afforded happiness as a child, ability to be a child, have some fun, have opportunities presented for them in terms of education, in terms of health care, physical health care, mental health care. That's all very, very critical to the success of our community, of our city, our state, and this country. I walked into the doors of the Children's Center back in the mid-'80s looking for a finance job, had not heard of the Children's Center. And I got the job, fortunately, and worked for about 2.5 years at the Children's Center. And what I quickly learned is just how important the service that we provide to this community. It's like, my God, I wish my family had known about a place like the Children's Center. You know, I had a tough way to go as a kid, being unhappy, being depressed, not knowing why, being subject to abuse, and not being able to deal with that. And, you know, it really took a very special person that came into my life that helped me. It took that for me to survive. So when I learned about the Children's Center and what we offer here, and it's been almost 85 years that we've offered it for this community, I realized that that is so much the key to the success of the lives of children, the lives of families, that it really became a mission for me to make sure I promoted what we do here at the Children's Center. Even though I left employment with the Children's Center, I became a volunteer. I volunteered for 17 years before returning to the Children's Center. And now for the last 7 years, I've been the president and CEO, and it just really is just so fulfilling. I can't even explain how wonderful it feels to know that I can give back to a child, that I can offer hope to a family. It was an opportunity that Children's Center had to go into prisons and jails and actually advocate for pregnant moms to have babies in hospitals rather than in jail cells, and it was really exciting to see over a 12-year period that whole thing change with incarcerated women. And so in a particular case, we had a mom like that. We had about a 5-year sentence, and she had youngsters that we helped to place in the community, and was able to arrange for visitation for her to keep contact, and so she never lost what she thought was going to be the end of her being able to be with her children because she was going to put them up for adoption before we came along at the Children's Center. And so the great part of that story on the other end of that is that after that 5-year period, this mom got out, was able to get her kids back, and went on to finish her education. She went on to college, she went on to law school, she became an attorney, and these children at the time that she got done were in their early teens. And she came back to the organization and shared with us the impact that we'd had on her life when she would have made a decision to totally disassociate with the kids and put them up for adoption. And she knows that her life would have been different had we not been there to encourage her and to point her in the right direction.